What's going on, gamers? So we got some more news clarified today of this not being necessarily a rumor, but an actual leak now. And we're talking about the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And according to sources, it's not a remake, but a remaster. But a remaster can still look really good if you put it in the right engine and you got the right people to optimize it. So Grubb confirmed that it's happening and it is going to release this month, which is pretty interesting. And not only that, there is some screenshots to show some differences here between 2006 and 2025. And then we have Indiana Jones dropping over here on PlayStation with 26 reviews and an 88. We're going to get to that and we'll make fun of a PlayStation fanboy too because he's kind of slow. Microsoft's ports are good. They're not lazy. They're done right. The only anti-consumer practice you will see people complaining about, which obviously we all know, is the $100 to play the game early. And taking advantage of gamers doing that. Definitely when it's years old. We're just seeing so much behavior around this industry consistently where it's like, oh man, you don't have to do that, bro. You could sell more copies doing this. Why be greedy? But all three of them do it. So none of these companies are your friends. But let's get back to some games, which is what we care about. Um, yeah, speaking on Oblivion, though, we'll get back to Indiana Jones later on in the video. A lot of people were doubting what Grubb said, and they didn't want to believe that this is real. We got Wario over here posting a screenshot. Look at this right here. It says right here, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. And it's being done by the Virtuous Studio. Those guys are good. They have good work. If you don't know about them, they've done a lot. But here's an example right here from 2006 to 2025. We see there is a major difference here. Let me even disappear off the camera for a little bit so that y'all can get that angle there. I mean, if you just think about it, if you were a Oblivion player, you could tell back then, just with the draw distance, everything. This looks good. Obviously, we want to see more, but we get the idea here that this is very real and that this is happening and this is not something made up. Even going down to the down here. Let me get back on the camera now. You know, all these features are just too good to be off the camera. But physical edition leaked image. So here it is. Oblivion Deluxe Edition. Oblivion Deluxe Edition right here for Xbox. So yeah, what a huge year for Microsoft as far as dropping content. This is awesome. And then we know they're probably most likely going to put it on Game Pass too. And they got games dropping on PlayStation this year too to try to outpublish Sony and have a better video game year than them. So you can have a better gaming year than somebody and not sell as much hardware if you're delivering the right amount of content and making all the right moves. As I told people before, look out for Game Pass going to 25 a month. Eventually, that's going to happen. Just the way this industry works. Everything goes up. You know what I mean? I don't think you can exclude them from that. But for now, try to stack up and get what you can. Because we got not Doom Eternal. I was about to say Doom Eternal. Doom the Dark Age coming around the corner. I'm definitely going to be going through Doom Eternal soon. I think I'm going to start it today, so you guys might want to look out for that because I'm like, oh man, there's just too much stuff around the corner now. Time to get off of that break. But if this drops, oh man, it's like, okay, this is a tank that gets in my way. You know what I mean? It's like, oof, Oblivion. I used to play so much of this game back then. If y'all didn't know, we're going to get to this too. This is where he speaks of that. Let's just do this for you guys right quick. Since we're already at Metacritic, let's look up Oblivion Metacritic back then. Guys, 94. I'm not saying it's the same Bethesda now, but still a good portion of them. But even then, this is how good Oblivion was. 94 Metacritic. I played it on 360. Absolutely amazing game. I'm telling you. If you like Skyrim, there's no way you want to miss Oblivion. There's some things in Oblivion that I like a lot better than Skyrim. I'm saying just comparing the game nakedly to the other game without mods and all that other stuff. If you guys haven't played Oblivion, you'll find out when it comes out. You'll see what I mean. I'm not going to spoil anything for y'all, but just get prepared. So let's go into this and let's see what Jeff says real quick. And we're getting right to the section where he talks about it, right here, about Oblivion. Then we're going to get to Indiana Jones, make fun of a PlayStation 5 fanboy. I know I haven't been doing that a lot lately, but you have people thinking that I was just only going to do Soul content. I was like, y'all don't know my page. Now you see how much different content I do on this page. How diversified it is, how much different angles I do with interviews, with comparisons, covering every single console positively. Though I know PlayStation, I've been on their ass lately, but I go to all consoles. You know what I mean? I don't fanboy and say, let's just do this only. No, 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 no. Let's look at all of them and give them all a fair chance. Let's look at it as balanced as possible as we can be. And if they mess up, get on them. That's okay. Would you think they're going to go into a corner and start crying because you're criticizing them? No, there's nothing wrong with professional criticism. As I've told people, professional criticism is needed in this industry. What's wrong is unprofessional ignorance, cussing them out, sending death threats, or just stuff to where it's like, what are you doing? You're not helping the situation. So just go over there, you man baby. But yeah, that's kind of like something I want to add it in real quick. All right, let's get into this.
Bad gotcha mechanics.
Just waifus. That's always the answer. We'll see. I think it looks cool. And I'm gonna try it. I want an extraction shooter. I want to like have an experience with one. I think I'll just save it for this one. This will be the one I actually go in with. All right, let's update on Oblivion and the Shadow Drop last week. I think it was last week on this show, Emma.
We were talking about it. Yeah,
we were talking about it. Like, oh yeah, it should Shadow Drop at any moment. I'll give people a week now. The week of April 21st. So basically,
did you hear what he just said? He's going to give people a week now, up until April 21st, and then that window is very close. If he's wrong on this, I wouldn't get mad at him because I kind of feel like when it comes to Grubb, he's pretty damn reliable. Like I've seen him be reliable for years. It's not like he pops up every once in a while. No. He's pretty reliable. I'm going to tell you. So, yeah, Xbox is butter this year. So, Sony fans, y'all have to admit it. PONYS, sit down. Definitely, I mean, if they drop this too, it's like, damn. You guys are doing, hell, but Bethesda acquisition is doing very well for them. And grabbing Virtual Studios is really good as well. And like I said, I would rather Microsoft own Bethesda than Sony because Sony won't make it exclusive. Then there wouldn't be no subscription model. Though obviously not all the best games are on there, but still the value that you get out of that is immense. Like there's nothing that can compare to Game Pass when it comes to like just being pro-consumer and just allowing people to have those benefits. I've already gave people my full thoughts on this before, so I'm not going to go through that again. But I will say at the end of the day, I just don't see why people wouldn't use that benefit when they need to. Definitely if you know you're not going to buy those games and you don't want to own them. And there's just too many games that are on there where it's like, yeah, I'm not paying for that game. You know what I mean? I don't want to buy that, but okay, yeah, I'll play that on Game Pass. Oblivion now, that's a game worth owning. I'm just going to tell you from my long-term experience. But yeah, we saw what he said here. We have a week window now, all the way up to the 21st. So let's pay attention to this.
Basically the last week of this month, next week, essentially.
Yes,
so
next week.
that it should shadow drop then, which I think other people have said, but I've gotten separate confirmation that that's going to be the case. So shadow drop last week of the month. I'm getting excited for this one. Although I imagine I'll still be playing Blueprints by then. I'm going to spend the rest of this month playing Blueprints, and then hopefully
that's a good game.
I can wrap it up and be ready for Oblivion. We'll see.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would want that.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
So we got our answers right there. We saw what he said. All right. And then over here, some more screenshots, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. This is clearly superior. This isn't even a question. It's like, okay, if you're doing this, count me in. What you're taking Oblivion to this next level? Yeah, I'm very happy about that. All right, Game Pass. Towerborn on the way. Expedition 33, which I'm super excited for. Modern Warfare 3 is coming to Game Pass. Y'all see that right there, which is cool. I obviously could give two shits about Call of Duty, but it's still adding value. You have to do that with Activision. People were complaining about that. Far Cry 4, amazing game. I beat that. Loved it just as much as Far Cry 5. I don't know about 6, though. That's right. Just first Far Cry game I've never finished. Usually I get 100% on them. But yeah, Game Pass is looking good as usual. GTA, don't really care. Everybody owns the game damn near. But yeah, those two I'm interested in for sure. These two right here. Towerborn and Expedition. I will definitely be giving those a try, and I'm looking forward to it. Sony, you got to step your game up this year, man. Microsoft has you big time. Them and Nintendo they have so many games coming out. It's crazy. Well, it's nice seeing Microsoft join that bracket. All right, so let's talk about some Indiana Jones here. If we go over to the PS5 version, the reviews literally this drop. It's 88 meta. You got the PS5 Pro version. Are we ready to take a look at this idiot over here? Look at what he says. We ready? Xbox is even last place in Indiana Jones ratings. Though the PlayStation 5 version never came out, and we all know what this is about. It's like, bro, I can go. I've played it on my PC, by the way. I maxed it out, damn near. Besides a couple settings, because it's a pretty demanding game. But one, it's not even out on PlayStation 5. Two, you're going to have the audacity to say this when everyone knows that this only has 17 reviews. But it's the same game, just on different graphical settings. This type of stuff to me tells you a lot about how slow some people are. Look at this guy's profile. PS5 Pro. Then he puts a crown. Okay. Yeah. And then he says X-boned. Thanks, Phil. Let me stop this full real quick. We'll get to some of these comments too. Then he puts this right here. Really, that should be him. What does Phil Spencer have to do with Xbox ratings? How are the Xbox users getting boned when they already experienced the game and you're sitting over there waiting and you're going to pay full price for it? Not to say that Indiana Jones isn't worth the money. It's a fantastic game. I beat the game. So you talk to somebody, what if I want to talk about something, I want to have a deep experience. I can't, for the love of God, understand how people can openly just be this dumb. Bro, it now has 26 reviews, so you got 8 extra reviews. You know, you added a little bit more meat to the bone. You know what I mean? But the thing is here is you guys are getting a good game. Enjoy it. I'm glad to see the port is done well. You know what I mean? Obviously, you guys are getting that $100 all that stuff going on to play the game early. Same thing with Forza and all that. But for you to sit here and not just be honest about things and to try to sit here and nitpick in a way that's just not beneficial to make you look intelligent, instead to make you look like an idiot for saying that the Xbox has the weaker version because it has the most, it has almost the most reviews for PC on Metacritic, and they only have 26 here. It's all the same thing. At the end of the day, what would be the difference between Xbox and PlayStation? One, you have to pay for the game, which that's okay. This game is worth supporting. You don't have it on Game Pass, and you have to wait to get the experience. It's a timed wait with a price tag coming to you. Fully priced, waiting. It'll go to Switch 2, I'm pretty sure, down the road. And the game will sell good between the two platforms and be fine overall. It's a good game. So you give the team credit for that. Not coming and posting and thinking that Phil is somehow screwing over Indiana Jones ratings because it's now higher on PlayStation. Like this to me is something stupid to even talk about. It literally makes no sense. That's how dumb these people are. Let's go down here for a second. Look at what this guy says. Oh boy, here they go with that again. You're flexing by 1 point. But it doesn't matter though, because everybody knows that you're going to be able to play it better on the PS5 Pro. But it's still the same experience and same game. It's irrelevant to Xbox can't flex. Shit, why so weak? Now, you guys hear me do my criticizing, right? Like when I tell you, yeah, you've seen me criticize Microsoft the past week, covering Nintendo stuff, but I do it professionally. This type of stuff is what I mean by like being a fanboy and being dumb that I can't stand. Because it's not making no sense. The weakest in the room is Sony this year. You're not giving nobody nothing. They're bringing you games, and you still go out of your way to attack somehow. You still want to go, and instead of enjoying the game that's coming to your platform and getting ready to experience, you have to go try to pull up Metacritic and try to dump on the Xbox community. No. AGN's not going to let this fly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pony in his place, and you guys know what I'm going to do. Sit down! You don't know what you're talking about. Just enjoy the game. You don't know how to balance things correctly. You don't know the difference between 74 reviews and 26. And that what we need to be comparing is Digital Foundry videos when that comes out, because that's something to see the difference on. How good is it optimized? You know what I mean? All these sorts of things. But this is kind of what I want to cover in this video. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Somebody should probably post a reply here and just put the Xbox Butter meme on his page. I'm pretty sure he probably won't take that well. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day.